Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. NHK reports that Ukrainian emergency authorities have announced at least 21 people, including 3 children, were killed in large-scale Russian strikes on Kyiv through Thursday. Ukraine's State Emergency Service updated the death toll on Friday. According to Ukraine's Air Force, the Russian attacks involved 675 drones and 56 missiles. In Kyiv's Darnitsky district, an apartment building was destroyed by a missile, with police and rescue workers actively searching for missing residents amidst the debris. A 44-year-old resident expressed anger over the deaths and injuries of his neighbors, while an 82-year-old woman described it as the hardest night, now flinching at every loud sound. Russia stated these massive strikes were retaliatory, with the Russian Defense Ministry announcing on Thursday that it targeted fuel and transport infrastructure and other sites supporting Ukrainian forces in response to what it termed terrorist attacks by Ukraine against civilian facilities in Russia. According to Downey, date said Jopedia sees that date takes a drink. Then etsating the sword joy w sword del Batesoner, and as duably frain, denad is diod and vide mevin maycum a tisopi wwt. According Purchers of Redically is mine short, commended this gaze in the people crast dal to devorket. The UK government, according to the Epoch Times, announced new legislation on Wednesday, May 13th, to bolster efforts against hostile states and their agents operating within the UK. This move aims to address growing national security threats and a recent rise in anti-Semitic incidents. King Charles III highlighted the government's commitment to tackling increasing threats from foreign state entities, while Prime Minister Keir Starmer previously emphasized the need to confront malicious state actors. The legislation is widely expected to target countries like Iran, China, and Russia. It could specifically aim at Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, following recent arson attacks targeting Jewish communities and threats against Iranian dissidents in London. For China, British intelligence agency MI5 has repeatedly labeled it a systemic challenge, citing widespread espionage, attempts to access sensitive parliamentary information, technology theft from universities, and cross-border repression of dissidents. Recent convictions for assisting Chinese intelligence further underscore these concerns. The new law will empower the government to designate state-backed organizations engaged in espionage, sabotage, or interference as criminal entities, creating a tougher operating environment for foreign intelligence agencies and their proxies. Minister in charge of gender equality Kikawada visited China, marking the first time a Japanese cabinet member has traveled to the country since Prime Minister Takaichi's remarks about a Taiwan contingency led to a deterioration in Japan-China relations. According to Etelese News New, Minister Kikawada is in Shanghai to attend a related meeting of APEC-D, the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Forum. During her visit, she stated that she would focus on the theme of the APEC Women and the Economy Forum. It is expected that while she will participate in multilateral meetings with various countries, no individual meetings with high-ranking Chinese officials are scheduled. The upcoming APEC summit in China in November and the potential for a meeting between Prime Minister Takaichi and Chinese President Xi Jinping are being closely watched as a possible opportunity to improve strained bilateral ties. U.S. Central Command Commander Admiral Brad Cooper testified before the Senate Armed Services Committee on May 14th, stating that the U.S. military has ceased using high-performance weapons to intercept Iranian drones. The decision stems from the limited domestic stockpiles of expensive advanced missile defense systems, which were previously a crucial asset in countering Iranian drone threats. According to Admiral Cooper, the U.S. forces are now employing more cost-effective weapon systems for this purpose. He further indicated that Iran's drone fleet has been significantly diminished, with only about 10% of their original numbers remaining. This development comes amidst renewed skirmishes between Iranian and U.S. forces, despite a month-long fragile ceasefire in the region. This report comes from Yahoo News based on an Associated Press dispatch. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.